Imagine, you're standing in the middle of a massive stadium. The crowd is absolutely roaring. You've just scored the winning goal. You are, at that exact second, doing two entirely different jobs at the exact same time.
Right, yeah. You are a world-class athlete pushing your physical body to the limit, but simultaneously you are a walking, breathing, highly lucrative billboard.
Welcome to today's deep dive. We're looking at a really fascinating excerpt from Derechos de Imagen, Derecho Fiscal International. And our mission today is to unpack a major international battle. We're looking at why global football icons, think Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Jose Mourinho, why they keep clashing with tax authorities over their image rights.
Yeah, it's really one of the most complex and recurring battlegrounds in international tax law. And to understand it, we really have to look at how a player's income is actually categorized.
So let's look at the basic math here. Imagine looking at your own paycheck and seeing nearly half of it just instantly vanished to the government. You can see why people look for workarounds, right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. When an elite player gets paid by their club to play and train, that standard salary is taxed as personal income.
And in places like Spain or Italy, that tax rate is massive, usually around 45 to 47%.
Right. But that second job you mentioned, the walking billboard one, when a player earns money from brand deals, those are considered image rights. And if a company manages those rights, that income is taxed at a corporate rate.
Which is significantly lower.
Exactly. It sits at around 25%.
Wow. So you've got the sweating athlete paying nearly 50% and the polished brand ambassador paying 25%.
Yeah, and legally there is something called the 85-15 rule.
Right, which allows clubs to pay 15% of a player's total income to their image rights company, while the remaining 85% stays as a standard, highly taxed salary.
And that rule was actually created back in the 90s. It was meant to provide legal certainty to a practice that was, already happening. The split itself is perfectly legal.
Okay, let's unpack this. If that 85-15 split is explicitly written into the law, they shouldn't be going to court over it. Like, something else has to be happening behind the scenes to trigger these massive fraud cases.
That brings us to a concept called triangulation.
Triangulation.
Yeah. This is where players sell their image rights for a ridiculously low, purely symbolic price, say $50,000.
Okay.
And they sell it to a shell company located in a tax haven like Belize, Panama, or the Isle of Man.
Wait, hold on. They sell their own face to themselves for pennies. Isn't that just a clever business loophole? Any normal business tries to lower its costs.
You'd think so, right?
Yeah.
Any normal business tries to minimize overhead, but tax authorities do not see this as clever business. They see it as an illegal simulation.
A simulation?
Yeah. And what's fascinating here is why they view it that way. These shell companies and tax havens usually lack what is called economic substance.
Meaning they aren't real businesses.
Exactly. They are essentially creating a phantom employee in Belize. The player does all the sweating in Madrid, but on paper, a company that consists of nothing but a fax machine and a tropical broom closet is cashing the million-dollar check from Nike or Adidas.
Oh, wow. Right, because there are no actual marketing executives negotiating these deals in that broom closet.
Nope, not at all.
The player's physical body, scoring goals in Madrid or Milan, is doing all the actual work that generates their local fame and value.
Spot on. And it gets worse when you look at transfer pricing laws.
How so?
Well, you can't just sell your highly valuable image to a related party for a symbolic $50,000.
Right, especially when you know they'll turn around and charge global brands millions.
Exactly. It has to be sold at a fair market value. By hiding the real money flow through these phantom setups, it crosses the line into opacity and concealment.
But if these shell companies are so hard to track down, why are tax authorities spending millions of dollars and thousands of hours just to audit one single football player? It seems like an enormous effort for one person.
It really comes down to the exemplary effect. Football stars have immense global media exposure.
Right, everyone knows them.
Exactly. So if you allow the wealthiest citizens to use aggressive avoidance schemes, it erodes the tax conscience of the general public.
Oh, I see.
Taking down an untouchable megastar sends a terrifyingly effective message to everyday taxpayers. It basically says, if we can investigate them, we can investigate anyone.
It's a very public warning shot.
Yeah. And for you listening, this matters because it highlights a massive, ongoing shift in global business. What financial advisors casually called tax optimization back in the 2000s is now actively prosecuted as criminal fraud.
Because the rules have changed.
Completely. The era of hiding wealth behind a tropical P.O. box is rapidly ending, largely due to new global transparency standards, like the OECD's BEPS initiative.
Which is basically a global agreement that stops companies from artificially shifting their profits to places with no taxes, right?
Right?
That is the core of it, yeah. We also now have automatic bank information sharing. The mechanism has completely changed. Governments now automatically ping each other when a foreign national opens a bank account,
Wow.
meaning that secret Isle of Man account instantly alerts Spanish tax authorities.
So we've gone from that sweating athlete on the pitch to corporate boardrooms and automatic government pings.
Pretty much.
But, it leaves me thinking about the future of that walking billboard metaphor. International tax law currently relies so heavily on a player's physical residence, like a real physical body living in a specific country to tax their image.
Right, the person actually living and working there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how are tax authorities going to handle fully digital AI-generated influencers? I mean, they have no physical body, no country of residence, yet they are generating millions in brand deals. Who exactly taxes a walking billboard when there is no athlete underneath?